to do first? What do we do first? Before that. Okay, we got to get rid of those parentheses first. So your first step is going to be to distribute. Okay, so I got 2p. We don't do anything with that yet. Negative 5 times 1 is negative 5. Negative 5 times 3p. We're going to get negative 5 times 3. 15, negative 15p equals 86. Now what can we do? Oh, shoot. Then what? Combine like terms. What can you combine? 2p and a negative 15p, and that's going to give you what? Negative 13p, good. So I'm going to have a negative 13p minus 5 equals 86. Okay, then what? Yep, so we're going to add 5 on both sides. And I'm sorry, I didn't leave very much room, apparently. So I got 13p equals, what is 86 plus 5? 91. Okay, and then what? We're going to divide by negative 13. So you're going to get p equals, what is 91 divided by negative 13? Negative 7. Okay, the next section on here says solve for each indicated variable. Okay, so we need to solve for whatever letter it tells us. Okay, so solve for the letter. Okay, so if we look at 25, what letter is it telling us to solve for? X. Okay, so what is on X's side that needs moved? C. So how do I move a minus C? Plus C. So we're going to say plus C. If we do it to one side, we got to do it to the other side. Okay, so these C's will cancel. So we're going to have X and it equals, what is G plus C? G plus C is G plus C. Okay, so we just say G plus C. Okay, and that's it. We're done. We got X by itself. Okay, so if we look at 26, what letter is it telling us to solve for? A. Okay, so you need to get A by itself. That's the whole goal there. I'm not doing that one, but I'm just saying. Okay, draw a graph for each inequality. Okay, so I'm going to put a couple of notes on here. Is this open or closed? Closed. It's closed. Okay, and then this one, is it open or closed? Open. Okay. I think that's about all the notes that you're going to need other than like the compound ones. But okay, so on the negative 5, should it be open or closed? Closed. Closed. And this says X is what? Greater. So which way are we going to go? To the right. Good. Okay, write an inequality. Okay, so you know you're going to have an X and a negative 6. Is it open or closed?
Closed.
Closed, so you know you're going to have a line under it. Okay, now think about which way it's going. Is X greater than or less than?
Greater.
Less than.
It's going to the less, so...
Oh, yeah, my bad. So 6 is greater than that.
Okay, solve each compound inequality. Okay, so you need to solve them first. So we need to do what first? Okay, can we distribute?
Nope.
No. Okay, so then your next step would be to combine like terms. Can you combine anything? What? A negative 1p and a negative 3p, and that's going to give us what? Negative 4p. Okay, and then what? Divide by negative 4. Ooh, yeah, I'm glad you remember. So why do we need to flip? When you multiply or divide by a negative, you need to flip. Okay? So, we need to, when we multiply or divide by a negative, we need to flip the sign. Okay? So, negative 20 divided by negative 4, 5, and we're going to flip it. Okay, so on the 5, should that be open or closed? Closed. And this says we start at the letter. Okay, so he says P is what? Bigger than 5. So which way are you going to go? To the right. Okay, the one thing I want to say about compound inequalities, we got and or. What does or look like?
Oh, they go that way, right?
Yep, ors go out. Okay, so ors go out, meaning that they should look something like that. Okay, it might be open, it might be closed. What about and? Ands go in. Okay, so it should be something like this. Okay, this is not acceptable to do this. That's not acceptable. Okay, so make sure that you do not do that when you're drawing your stuff. Okay, if it's an and, you know, and you draw your arrows along, that's fine. Go through and erase, but you should just have shaded in between. Okay, so make sure that you don't do that. Okay, so is this an and or an or?
This is a or.
It's an or, so it should be pointed out. Okay, so we solve them separately. So we have two equations. I got n minus 6 is less than negative 12. Okay, and I got n over 3 is greater than or equal to 1. Okay, so you just solve them totally separate. So on the first one, how do I get n by itself? We're going to add 6 to both sides. So I got n is less than negative 6. Okay, and then for the other one, what do you need to do?
Divide.
Not divide,
Multiply.
multiply by 3. Okay, do we need to flip?
No.
Okay, what would have to be negative in order for us to flip? Huh? The 3. Okay, so the number that's with the letter needs to be the negative in order for us to flip. Okay, so even if I get a negative 3 for an answer, and the 1 was a negative, it doesn't matter. But the 3 would have to be negative, this 3, okay, that we're multiplying or dividing by. Okay, so on this negative 6, should it be open or closed?
Open.
Open. And this says n is what? N is less than, so it's going to go to the left. And then on the 3, open or closed? Closed.
Oh, shoot, yeah.
Okay, and it says n is bigger. So which way are we going to go? To the right. Okay, does that look like an or? Yeah, it does. Okay, so when you're doing your multiple choice, because the test is multiple choice, if there's 4 pictures, okay, because there will be, okay, if there's 4 pictures, okay, you can eliminate 2 of them, right? You know it's an or problem, so 2 of those are not even an option for you. Okay, so the finals are really good and bad in a way, okay? On your tests, I always give you guys partial credit, okay? That's why you'll see like -4 or, okay? But on a final, it's either right or it's wrong. There's no partial credit. So I don't care if you go through and circle on the whole test, okay? I don't advise it, but you obviously shouldn't leave anything blank because you can at least guess, okay? But you can eliminate some of your guesses based on what you know. Okay, the next one says construct a scatter plot. State if there appears to be a positive, negative, or no correlation. Okay, and I'm going to write a little bit of notes over here. What kind of correlation is that?
Positive.
It's a positive, okay? Overall, the farther I get this way, the higher up they're going. This is going to be a positive correlation. What is that one? No correlation. Okay, and then obviously something like this is going to be negative. Even if all of them are going down and you have one like that, that's still negative. Okay, it goes off the majority. So same thing with the positive. Even if you have like one here and one here, right? The majority of them are going up, are they not? Okay, so that's still a positive correlation. Okay. So like even if one kid sleeps in my class, overall, does that say I'm a bad teacher? Not necessarily, okay? Overall, most of you guys are engaged. Most of you guys have good grades. If one or two kids don't have good grades, then that's not my fault. Obviously, that's their choice, okay? So, when we're graphing these, we go to 0.2, and I look at it like money, so 21, okay? So you can see that this is 20, and this is going to be 40, 60, 80. So 0.21, we go to that, and then we go to 6.9. Okay, and they don't have to be perfect. Yep, so pretty close to 7. 0.5, so 50 cents, okay, and 9.9. So that's going to be between 40 and 60 and 9.9. .51, so 51 cents and 7.3. 64 and 0.7, okay? So there's a difference. So 64 and 0.7 is going to be way down here. What's that? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can't really like plot the ones I'm plotting because it's not going to do any good. But you guys got to kind of plot them on your own because mine I just guessed. Okay, 0.66 and 9.4 is going to be somewhere up there. Okay, and 0.77 and 8.8 is going to be somewhere up there. Okay, so overall, does that look positive, negative, or none?
No correlation.
No correlation. Okay, now, your final exam is going to say, you know, which scatter plot is this? Is it positive, negative, or none? Okay, so you don't really have to, because some of you guys forget to write on there. But, so, even if you plot, you still have to say whether it's positive, negative, or none.